haven't really had people notice me. And when you did, like, it honestly stunned me in a
Mm.
good way. But in that moment, I didn't even have the words to say that.
And I think it's that's got me thinking about just like the dating aspect too,
Mm,
as I'm in that season. And it's really fascinating because there's some girls I get the opportunity to date that I'm the only one revisiting,
mm,
whether I can see they're frustrated or they're mad or they're just being very distant and cold.
mm,
And then I've dated girls who I feel like that's reciprocated. Like,
mm.
"Hey, CJ, I noticed that." I was like, "Oh, wait, they noticed me?"
That's nice.
That's like, especially when I actually started
Yeah.
dating women who I was attracted to very narcissistic women, and so that was an ugly trait that I had.
Yeah.
But, like, once I started noticing my needs and actually dating healthy people and getting
Mm.
help for it, I'm just like, "Man, this is nice to be noticed."
Oh, dude, it's beyond nice. Beyond. To be it can when a question I'll ask in the therapy room sometime is, um, someone might say you might say that, "Hey, we were had this argument and man, like it felt so nice that my girlfriend said, 'Hey CJ, like, are you okay? I noticed you seem off.'" A question I'll ask is, uh, "Hey man, what did that communicate to you
Mm,
when they caught that and didn't just catch it in their mind, they then also shared it with you?" And that because you want to add to the wins because that communicates so much.
and what's interesting you said that too, I don't know why this just sparked it. Obviously, we're always going down these rabbit holes, me and you. But I remember sitting in my truck, like a very vivid memory, and I'm driving, and the girl that I was out getting an opportunity to take the date at the
Mm.
time just touched my shoulder
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and was like, "Hey, how's your shoulder doing? I know that you hurt it like 4 to 6 weeks ago." Like, because I love dirt bike racing.
Mm.
And I'm just like, "Wow, I'm about to cry right now." Like, I just didn't I was like, "This is so odd." Like, people forget that I hurt my shoulder, and then
Mm.
she noticed it. I was like,
Mm.
"This is so odd." Like, I didn't
Yeah.
know, and what's crazy is I
Mm.
didn't even know how to respond.
Mm. Mhm. It that in a way could also be overwhelming because it's can feel so foreign. Even though it's great, it's like, how do I you almost will dissociate. It's like, I don't know how to respond, which is totally normal, which is also why a revisit for something positive like that is super important.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that.
Because on the back end, you could still re-clarify.
Because how is your partner or the person you're dating or your friend supposed to know that they actually did something really good and very, like, so
Mhm.
valuable to you? They don't know that if you
They
don't
don't know.
communicate that, and that's what kinda go
Mhm.
back to me. It's just
Mhm.
like, yes, that could be foreign to me, but
Mm.
it's my responsibility to let these
Mhm.
people know who care about me. That meant a lot to me.
Exactly. Because unintentionally, she puts her arm on you. It overwhelms you in a good way, but it overwhelms you and maybe you just go cold. She could interpret that a couple ways. People tend to interpret things in a negative way. Wow, he blocked off. He's not emotionally available. I'm not saying you're any of those
Right.
things. You were just having a normal response to something good, but also good overwhelm. Like, how do I even and then you lock up. Like that could be interpreted as like, oh, he's cut off emotionally. Um, that's not the reality, but that's why the revisit allows clarification of like, hey, in that moment, like I haven't really had people notice me. And when you did, like it honestly stunned me in a
Mm.
good way. But in that moment, I didn't even have the words to say that. Now I do. And that's what I wanted to communicate how cared and loved for I felt when you did that.
Yeah.
That is like more than gold.
And it gives your spouse or your friendships or your coworkers or your cousins or your family, your uncle,
Mm,
it gives them tangible things to be
mhm,
like, I know how to help this person now. I know how to
mhm,
comfort them. I know what's value to
mm,
them. And I think that's just got me in my journey, a person who is more of a people pleaser. And
mm,
so we don't even give the chance for people to do that because ourselves, we don't even know what we want.
mm, mhm,
And to sit
mhm,
there and have those assumptions that, because I catch myself that, well, they should just
mm.
know. No, they shouldn't.
How?
No. How? We're not mind readers. And that's what I've been using
Mm,
specifically in this dating season is
mm.
like that's one of the pushbacks that I got from some of the women I got opportunity to
Yeah.
date was like,
Yeah.
well, shouldn't you just know that? I'm like, No, every woman
Uh,
I've ever gotten to date were different, and they value different things and different
mhm,
wording.
mhm,
And so, yeah, you gotta communicate that.
yeah. And that's what's beyond complex. Certain words can mean a totally different thing to another person. Uh, and that's why these things happen so quickly. I could tell you, um, dude, I had fun today. You could interpret that a million different ways, none of which could be the way I interpret what it meant that I had fun. I could mean like my kids and I made pancakes this morning and just really enjoyed a special moment together. That was like really fun for me. You could think I'm talking about like going to a bar or going to play disc golf or going to like